Cheers, guys. In today's video, we're going into how to make content creation or any art form creation more enjoyable and not so hard. So if you're trying to consistently create content each day and you find it just a chore to get started, a chore to get your content out to the world, and you find just, if you're doing 2 videos a week, then you're just doing those videos and it seems like an impossible mission to just consistently, without immense effort, to get those videos out each week, then this video is going to help you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video where I teach you what I'm currently using to make putting my content out. Way easier than when I started and super enjoyable, because it almost seems like right now it's on autopilot. You do a bit of work and then you have a bunch of stuff out. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I did about 3 years ago was I just started on YouTube. I just started pumping out video after video, 2 videos a week on YouTube, and when I started out, it was difficult to stay consistent. It was a chore, each video, to put out, especially the editing. And what just doing 100 videos did for me was, by that 100th video, I was a lot better at speaking. I could convey my ideas right on the spot and just get a video out one take, basically. I'm having a little bit of trouble today because I'm not in the best state. My legs are so sore, it's hard to focus on anything. But that's what putting those 100 videos out will do. It builds up consistency and initial consistency. So if you're having a rough day and you're like, I don't want to do this video, let's do one tomorrow, one miss isn't the end of the world. Well, it is, because it hits your confidence a little bit, because you say you're going to do 5 videos a week and you only do 4 or 3 or whatever it is. It hits your confidence because you broke your promise to yourself. So just in the initial start to your journey, just stay consistent with the least amount of videos that you can do. Just do 2 videos a week. One on Monday, one on Friday. Build up that consistency and do your 100 videos so you can get good at just making those videos. And what this does is, for one thing, like I said, it builds up consistency. And for another thing, it allows you to speak better through just sheer numbers of videos that you put out. You'll end up speaking well, and then you won't have to take so much time editing each videos. So that's where I started off. So start there, and then that leads us into number 2. Once you have the consistency and you have the improvement through sheer numbers of videos, then you need a little bit more direction in what you are making. You'll find a little direction even putting out all those videos, because you'll realize what you enjoy talking about, you'll realize what does well for views, and you'll want to lean more into that naturally because it's performing better. But once you get to a certain point, I'd say do that for about a year, and then after a year you'll probably be ready to take on a mentor and get more direction, or take a course in content creation or whatever. Learn a course from someone that you find is doing an amazing job and inspires you in a certain way. How they're making their stuff is inspiring to you in a certain way. And then take them on as a mentor, get more direction, and preferably if they offer a initial, when you start with them, they'll write up a content plan for you that you can follow each day, and it gives you more structure. You know exactly what you need to do. It's more fine-tuned into what you want to offer as a product and what you want to offer to help guys out with, whether it be helping them out with improving their dating life or something like that. Your mentor preferably would have done some work in that like dating coaching or whatever you want to get into, so they can help you formulate a plan that's structured around that offer. So that's the next step, getting more direction in what you want to create for content. And once you have that direction, you follow that plan each day, and you don't stray from the content plan that your mentor has made from you. And what you'll find, if you do this it took me like maybe 4 months, 3 or 4 months, and then I started to even fine-tune the content even more past that initial plan. And then that plan you can change a little bit after that time. But I would recommend going at least 3 months just following that plan that your mentor puts out for you, just following it blindly and just making sure you hit all the actions each day in that plan. And then after the 3 to 4 months, you can change it up a bit with the revelations that you have throughout that time, because you'll just follow the plan consistently and not have to think so much about what you need to do each day. And then the natural creativity will come out, because you don't need to think about the creativity and the plan and what you need to post and all these things. All you have to do is think, how can I make this creative? How can I put my personality into this? How can I make it more so it connects with other people and actually does well and brings in clients and stuff? How can I make it like it's a part of me I'm giving to the world, basically. And that's the beauty behind getting that plan from a mentor that's done what you're doing already, and then you can change it a little bit through there. And then after you do that and you start to evolve that plan throughout that time, we'll go into the third and final thing, which is building out a assistant in some sort of way to structure your plan each day and evolve it even more, where you can get real-time, like in the moment feedback on, say you're having a rough start to the day, or you're having a rough morning and you're so groggy because you didn't have the best sleep, and you're like, oh man, I really don't want to make this content today. What you can do is you can go inside either your AI assistant, or if you're a real G, you can hire an actual assistant and get them to plan all the content for you and get a whole week's worth of content. All you do is open your computer up, you have your plan right there, geared specifically for the day, specifically for what you are doing in that moment. So say you wrote a book, and this is a self plug-in right here. I wrote a book going more into detail on all the stuff we're talking about. You can find that in the description below. So if this sounds like something you want to get more in depth into, create an amazing lifestyle for yourself geared towards all this stuff, and geared all around the stuff that we're talking about, you can find my book down in the description below. And if you want to take it to the next level after reading that book, or you just want to jump right in and be a savage, then you can take us on for coaching down below and get your lifestyle dating strategy set. The first call is free, and then if you want to take it from there, we do offer direct access to me. I can message you back within 24 hours instead of a few days or whatever it may be, and you get the accountability and everything, so we make sure that you're making progress. Check us out down there. Let's get back into the last thing that we're going to end this video with. Having that system in place where you can just pull open your laptop and you say, okay, let's get started today. You type that to your assistant, and then it brings up all the stuff you need to do in the day. You just follow it like an instruction manual, building out the content, building out your life for the day. You need to make book sales and stuff, just like I was talking about with the books. If you wrote a book and you're like, I need to make more book sales, what do? You just type that right into the assistant, and they just pump out an action plan ready to go, and then you just follow that plan. And what it does is it allows you to be more creative and allows you to just be more present in the process and not have to think of, because if you didn't have this, you'd have to think, well, okay, let's research all the things we have to do to get more book sales. I have to research this, research that, research boom, boom, boom. And then after all that research and planning by yourself, then you have to, for one thing, do all the work. and then you need to be creative with it, put your creative flow into that, into the book and everything and all this stuff. Whereas if you have the assistant, it builds out the whole plan, it starts doing all the action. All you have to do is just be present and put your creativity in, and that's where you do your work. Because as a creative, your job is mostly just to, it should only be, as a creative, your job should only be to be creative and to put your creative spin into the thing. It's not necessarily to build out this whole system by yourself each day and plan this thing each day. You should have that automated. So if you do want to learn more about the automation side that I'm talking about, I have the best way that I've come across right now to automate all this content creation for myself. If you want to get more into that, then just comment down below yes, or yes, let's get automated, or something like that. Then I'll go more into that and show you how I set it up for myself. So I think I'll end it there. My legs are super sore today, and that video was one of the hardest videos to get through lately because, you know, if you've ever had immense pain in your legs, it's very distracting. So I hope that made sense. If it did, put a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to stay a while, because I put 5 videos out each week. Whew, you don't want to miss them. The pain is real today. God bless my friends. I'll see you in the next one. I'll end this with a little ukulele. See you guys in the next one.